Hello. This week, uh, the team of the week is 19500, the Robeartics, and we're really excited to have a conversation with them and see how the robot is going.
There you go. We're here.
Hi guys, how are
Hey,
you?
Alright.
good. How are you?
Oh, sorry, I cannot hear you.
Okay, but okay, we got the sound working now. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. How are
Uh,
you? Oh, sorry.
good. I'm Jake.
Oh, hello, Jake. I'm sorry.
What are y'all guys' names?
Pardon?
What are you guys' names? You guys'
Oh,
names?
my name is Emily, and I'm one of the outreach and social media leads. And
And I'm David. I'm the catting lead.
yeah, we also have a few other members in this basement with us right now. We
What?
have Daniel, Daniel, Keen, and Lily. So this is
Yeah.
Keen right here. Oh, yeah, this is Keen right here. Oh, and that
We're
is
doing that was some work. We're doing some work.
yeah, yeah. How about your other members?
I'm Lorraine, and I help with whatever I can. I try to do my best helping with programming, and I work with building too.
And my name is Abby, and I'm the programmer.
Okay, amazing.
Yep.
Sorry. Oh, what are your roles, Jake?
I'm the builder for our team.
Amazing. So do you guys have like singular builders, programmers, etc., or is it like everybody does everything?
So actually, we have definite roles for everyone. So I'm the main builder. Abby's the main programmer, but we only have 4 people on our team.
Oh,
Yeah, our
crazy.
our high school has 350 students in it, and
Also small.
they do not like robotics. So in our robotics program, we only have like 15 kids.
No, it's only
It's
13.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually insane because for our school it's actually like a very distinct contrast. So for our school, I think we have about 1,300 students, and like yeah, we have I think probably over like probably like 150 students are interested or participating in robotics. So it's a lot, probably more.
Like around 20 people per team, and we have 6 teams.
That's a lot different to what we're used to because in our whole hometown we have 5,000 people.
Oh, dang. Oh my God.
We're a little rinky-dink middle of
Oh,
nowhere town.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh. You guys are located, sorry, where again? Sorry.
Muleshoe, Texas.
Texas? Oh my gosh. Wait, we went to
Mm.
Texas before. For Houston.
Yep.
That's so cool. Okay, amazing. Oh, sorry. If you don't mind me asking, or if you don't mind me sharing, we're gonna share a little presentation to you guys that just kind of consists of visuals and jot notes of our team, and kind of like a more structured idea of what this meeting might look like.
Okay. I think y'all's microphone just went out.
Sorry, what's it called? We were just talking about something. Well, Damon was asking for our mouths because he
Yeah.
wants for you guys to CAD.
Later
Yeah.
in a minute.
So, talking about CADing, what do you guys use to do? Wait, what do you guys use to do your CADing? Like Fusion,
Software wise.
oh yeah, software.
We actually just got into the CADing portion this year. Last year we did a really rough sketch in AutoCAD, but this year we're working with Onshape more, trying to get a realistic image of what our robot is.
Perfect.
Yeah, Onshape's pretty good to start.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Do you guys plan to use like maybe any other things other than Onshape?
Well, this year probably not. Maybe starting to get into the higher level CADs, but most of the members on our team are seniors this year,
Oh wow, really? Oh my gosh.
except for our does everything person, Lorraine. Most of us are seniors.
Oh, that's so cool. Lorraine, what grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
Oh
in high school.
wow. Oh my gosh. So basically you'll be carrying the team next year.
Try to.
Wow, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. So what like sparked your interest for robotics, like considering that like many people in your area don't like really like to interact with it? Or like for all three of you. I actually want to know what you guys all think. Or like all have to say.
So for me,
Oh sorry.
For me, what sparked it is just like everywhere I went, I was always interested in how something worked. As a kid, I'd always take things apart, like little television sets and keyboards, to see how they worked on the inside. And I guess when I got into high school, like just knowing that our little town had a robotics program, I was interested from the start.
That's so cool. Okay, Lorraine?
and for me, I saw the Transformers movies and I immediately thought, I don't know how that happens. How can it work? And so, yeah, same thing. When I figured out that Around Me has robotics program, I immediately jumped in to learn more.
Mm, for me, it was I got asked to be on one of the Lego leagues in our elementary schools, and then I really enjoyed it and loved participating there, and so it just made sense to keep doing it in high school.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. All of your guys' stories are like really cute and like inspiring. Like we love that so much. So adorable. Fun. Okay, right now we're going to share or we're going to present to you our slide. Not a slideshow or presentation necessarily, but kind of just like a visual and like jot down notes of who we are and what we do. Oh, sorry. Wait, can I see?
Awesome.
Oh, hi guys, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, as you guys may know, we are Robeartics 19500, and you guys are Metal Rebels. And I wasn't sure if it was like metal as in like ME or M3, because when I searched it up, it was ME, but like on your Instagram it says M3.
Yeah. We take either or.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I took your guys' logo also from your Instagram as well. So I actually was wondering, what is the inspiration for your logo?
Star Wars.
Star Wars? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It was Star Wars. The second I looked at it, is that Star Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's so cool. Okay, perfect.
Also, is the three intentional? Like M3, as in you put three there because it looks like an E, or is it because M3 as in the screw size? Because that's a quite M3 is quite a common screw size that's used in FEP.
I think our coach, when we were coming up with the name, he maybe had that in the back of his mind, the M3 screw, but we both ways. It looks like an E backwards, and our coach probably had that idea of the screw.
Oh wow, that's so cute. Adorable. Okay, let's get started. All right, so we'll be talking about our meeting plan and the slideshow. So it's more structural vision, I guess. So first, we're going to start with team introductions plus our slideshow. So our team introductions and slideshow will include us getting to know each other a little bit more, and our slideshow, of course, that kind of gives you a visual on what we do and who we are. Then we'll have a point in time where you can ask us questions, but honestly, feel free to ask us questions at any period of time during the slideshow. Then at the end, we'll take a photo for, of course, our outreach purposes, but also keep as a keepsake, because why not?
Yeah.
And then we'll also have final remarks. So this means we'll just do like some final updates and things we can maybe talk about doing in the future. Yes. All right, about us. So we are Team 19500 Robeartics from Scarborough, Canada, or maybe Toronto, Canada. We're our 18-member co-ed team with students ranging from grades 9 to grade 12. Our rookie year in FTC actually started in 2022 when a few students from our school, were interested because they wanted, I guess, another FTC team. In this main photo you can see in the middle, that is our 2024-2025 team photo. So that's 15 members. There you can see like some familiar faces, aka Mines, Daniels, Davins, and yeah. And on the sides, sorry, on the side you can see just a miscellaneous photo of one of us or a few of us at our Waterloo qualifier, which was our first qualifier of last season. And at the bottom on the right side, you can also see our pit setup. So yeah.
It's funny that y'all's rookie year was in 2022 because so was ours.
Oh really? Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because of the 19 in both of our team numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So here are our sponsors plus some tips. We're kind of unsure if you guys like want to know this, so we'll go over it very quickly. So as you can see here, there's actually quite a decent amount of sponsors. These are not actually all of our sponsors that have sponsored us throughout our 4 seasons, but it is like mainly our major sponsors. So this sponsor right here, Elegoo, is actually a pretty well-known 3D printing company. I don't know if it's just in Canada or if it's internationally. They have 3D printers. I'm unsure if they have film. I think they have filament. And yeah, so they were able to sponsor us just through materials. So the sponsorships don't always have to be money necessarily, but they can always be through materials or mentorships, I guess.
Wasn't there
Awesome.
this one?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't this one time where we got sent chef's knives?
Oh yeah.
Last-
Yeah, another example of one of our sponsors or large sponsors is actually Magna. So I'm unsure if you guys know what Magna is, but Magna is essentially a large machinery company in Canada. I'm not sure if they have it in the States either. But they've actually graciously donated all the robotics teams at our school. So we have actually 6 robotics teams at our school. So it's definitely a lot. 6 teams with 20 people, around 20 people.
That's all.
Magna, they were able to sponsor us over 30,000 among the 6 teams. So kind of cool.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So some tips that we have are kind of very general and like easy to think about tips. So an example of this is to first, of course, connect with your community. Your community is the people who are around you and see everything that you do and how much time and effort you put into it. This also helps you not only improve your social media and your kind of like social status, I guess, but also enhances your social and public profile. Another thing that I would say is a pretty good tip is to use your own connections. So an example of this is like friends and family, because your friends and family, they're more closer to you and they see how much time, effort, and like, I guess, money, question mark, you're putting into doing robotics. So they're like, oh wow, these people are my students or my children are putting so much time into this. Maybe I should give them some money so I can help them out. Another way you can use connections is by asking like teachers or like maybe like coworkers or like bosses. So an example of this is this mentor right here, mentor and sponsor, is actually one of our coaches from our school. He has given us like endless support. This means like from food, from money to materials and much more. And then to the to the left, sorry, as Mochido. So Mochido is actually the workplace of one of our alumni, also the workplace of one of our members currently. So yeah, we were able to get a material sponsorship from them as well. But we also got promoted on their Instagram with, I think they have over 8,000 followers on their Instagram. So I think that's a pretty good like trade-off. Yeah. One last thing that I would recommend is that to contact as many companies like as you can, because you never know if they'll end up responding to you, right?
Mhm.
So an example of this was that in my first year of doing FTC, which was last year, we sent about 1,000 emails per week just in the summer. So that's like, I would say that's an insane amount of emails just for 1 week. But I would also say that the return on investment was not that good because I think 1 or maybe 2 out of 1,000 companies would actually respond. But then in comparison as well, 1 out of 2 of the companies would respond, but they would be like, "Oh, you guys are so cool, but we can't really give you anything. Sorry, that's it." Right? So it's kind of like it's not really good return on investment. But I mean, like if you think about it, if we're sending so much at a time, hopefully we'll end up getting as much as we send out. And yeah, okay, my last tip is that like if you think it is like a little bit difficult to get sponsors at first, try to start small and build up. So an example of what we've done when we started small and started to build up was starting to host events around our school. So this includes events, fundraisers, and workshops, which allowed our students at our school to not only know us, but to know our social media and much more about our team. So yeah, any questions?
So you guys started out 4 years ago or about to be 4 years ago.
Yes.
Did all of these sponsorships kind of come within that 4 years, or were some of them already a pre-existing relationships?
So some of them they were spanned over the 4 years that we started, but some of them were also pre-existing relationships. So as I mentioned before, with the getting like your own connections and stuff, some of them, such as this mentor right here, we had a pre-existing relationship with him, so he knew how much time and money, not money, but time and effort we're putting into doing robotics. So he was more likely to give us the things we needed or we wanted.
He's also been doing robotics for a really long
Yeah,
time.
I think he's been doing it since like maybe the 90s, maybe the 80s.
Crazy.
No, he's been doing it since like the mid 2000s.
Never mind.
Ishi knows my cousin, and my
Mhm.
cousin graduated in 2010. That's how long he's been doing robotics for.
Yeah. So did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Any other questions? No? Okay, let's go to the next one. All right. So I'm just gonna go over a very quick event timeline for our team. So this is gonna be based off of our Decode's season. So November 8th, which was not too long ago, we hosted our Fall Fiesta scrimmage. This scrimmage is actually officially ran by FTC or supported by the official FTC of Canada, but is ran at our school since we have so many teams there already. This also allowed us to have some outreach opportunities, which allowed us to host a youth robotics workshop and participate in a first like a girl initiative that allowed us to give away a free Labubu to whoever participated. Or it was not whoever participated, but like a random participant. So here in that first photo, you can see one of our engineers actually working on the robot. And yeah, on November 30th, so like literally less than a week from now, or no, around a week from now, we're going to go to our first qualifier of the season. This qualifier will be held at the University of Waterloo. We're kind of excited, but also a little bit nervous for this competition. We're hoping to place well and to also have lots of fun. As last year we were WAC, so Winning Alliance captain, and Inspire first. So I did think it definitely gave us a reputation. And then on January 10th, so literally 9 days after the new year, we're gonna go to our Burlington qualifier. Hopefully there we will qualify if we didn't qualify the first time, and yeah, have fun as well. Then one like a few months, not a few months later, sorry, like maybe around a month and a few days later, on February 21st and 22nd, we're going to attend hopefully our Ontario Provincial Championships. So this competition is what determines if we go to worlds or any international events such as Premier. So hopefully we will do well because last season we had a pretty well-rounded season. So yeah, any questions?
I found it interesting you mentioned how nervous you guys are for your upcoming first meet.
Mhm.
Well, last year we had a lot of success. It was the first year that we had gotten a team out of Muleshoe to go to Worlds. And for a little town like that, it's pretty crazy. We were the Winning Alliance partner.
Wow, that's so cool. Wow. So have you guys had any competitions for the season yet?
Yes, we just, I think a week ago Saturday, we had our first competition and we went 3-2. We had a couple malfunctions like you always do in the first meet, just little things that you don't really think about. And it was actually the first time I'm the driver of our team. The operator he couldn't make it today, but it was the first time we had actually drove the robot.
Oh, wow.
So we were extremely nervous, but we were just trying to have fun, honestly, and it won us a couple matches just because we were so relaxed. I don't recommend not driving before the meet, but it got us places.
Wow, that's so fun. Yeah, I think driver practice is definitely a very important part, but I think that you guys' like mindset of being relaxed and like just like having fun with it is definitely like very good in comparison just to being like uptight and like nervous about it, like or at least too nervous about it. So yeah, I think that's very sweet and very cool. Perfect. Also, I just want to run it back on my sponsorships because I was actually wondering, how many sponsors do you guys have and how do you accumulate sponsors if you guys have any?
Abby?
I say my family owns a dairy, and we've donated a couple of the clothing items we wear. But aside from that, our school's not big on allowing us to have sponsors, and so we can get away with it because like it's my family. But aside from that, we don't have any.
I would say most of our sponsorship type things are relationships with mentors
Wow,
rather
that's
than actual money or materials, because like Abby said, our school really doesn't like that. I think they think it looks bad on the school,
oh
which
really?
we
Oh,
don't
wow.
really understand why, but
Mhm.
yeah.
That's actually very interesting. Okay, wow. That's I really liked how your family was able to donate that though. Like that's really sweet and that's really cool. I had a question, but then like it literally diminished from my mind the moment I thought of it. I'm so sorry. Um, okay, cool. So then I would think, how do you guys like get funding for like the robot parts and like competitions and stuff? Do you guys like pay for it out of your own pocket?
So our school gives us a budget
Mhm.
for 3 teams, and the budget I think is around $1,000 for all 3 teams,
Oh wow.
which is not a lot of money, especially for the parts that we need.
Mhm.
But we do fundraisers
Mhm.
for some of our parts. Like I think it was 3 years ago, one of our teams needed to go build a Viper pulley, but our budget was already depleted. So I think we all went out and sold um, cookies and brownies outside of one of the grocery stores, and they were able to raise enough money.
Oh wow, that's so sweet. That's like literally so adorable. Okay, amazing. Perfect. Okay, we'll go into the next slideshow then. All right, so I'm just gonna hopefully briefly go over our outreach. So we have a lot of different outreach initiatives. So I'm gonna go over just like the main ones and also just like very brief points about them. So for our outreach, we do a bunch of different things. An example of one of these things is our school events. So our school events, as I mentioned before, we have many students at our school. So by doing so at our school, we host general fundraisers, workshops, and our annual engineering week. So you may be confused what our annual engineering week is. So as I mentioned, so annual kind of self-explanatory happens at least once a year around October to November. This initiative or this event was started, I think, in our first or second year of our team being together. The reason that we started and continue to do this engineering week is because many students at our school may not be as exposed to STEM as they want to be, or maybe may not be as like included or like informed about it. So we do this just to like gain people, like not to gain people, but to like inform people about robotics and STEM, but to also inform them about our team and the fun things that we can do. So in these photos here, the first one you can see cupcakes. The second one right below it is just a marshmallow challenge. So it's like kind of fun STEM games, I guess. And then the third one in the larger photo is another one of our STEM games. So I wouldn't say they're very complex games, but they're very fun and easy to do, and it wins them prizes. So I mean, like, who wouldn't go for a prize, right? So then one of our another parts of our outreach includes our first Lego League workshops. So these workshops are hosted by us, and we sometimes like to reel in some general robotics members to help us out. By doing this, we introduce beginners to first Lego League and kind of to different types of, I guess, child-friendly youth, not youth so much, child-friendly STEM ideas. So an example of this is, of course, first Lego League, but also Microbit and Matata Lab, which is, I guess, like little block coding things. So I think that's really fun and really like interesting. So in the photos there, you can just kind of see our members mentoring or playing with a little League robot.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So our outreach part 2. So another part of our outreach that is like significant to us is our collaborations. We do this by collaborating with local community services, such as AXA, which is not international, which is an immigrant support service in Canada or in Toronto, in order to host more workshops for those with youth, but also just in general to get to know more people within our community. So this allows us to give back to our community as they've given to us. And the first photo on the top, you can just see 2 of our members talking to the youth mentor leader. And at the bottom, you could see one of our members actually teaching the kids on how to do the event or how to play a game, I guess. One last part of our outreach that is quite significant is our first Lego League mentoring. So when we do our first Lego League mentoring, we mentor teams from different schools around our area. So the two schools we're mentoring this year are Milliken Public School and William Burgess Elementary School. Last year, we were able to mentor two First Lego League teams as well. Last year, we were also nominated for the Youth Mentor Award from one of the teams we mentored, and we were actually able to win it, which I find actually very fun and very interesting because I wouldn't think they were actually very interested in First Lego League, but to the point where they nominated us for something was really fun, and the fact that we won it was also very fun and like kind of cute. Yeah. Any questions about our outreach?
So you mentioned you're mentoring the younger students, specifically those in Lego League.
Mhm.
We actually have a new team this year with FTC, and they're majority freshmen.
Mhm.
What tips would you have for us our mentorship to them on how to get things started and rolling in FTC?
Oh wow, that's actually interesting you asked that because I think last year we were able to help out mentoring a new FTC team. So I think some things that I would, at least from my perspective, that I would offer them and I guess like provide to them is if you have any spare parts, please do try to give it to them because like I feel that like having those parts as a startup is like one, it's gonna help them like not gonna spend as much money as they would be in comparison to buying new parts. And yeah, another part that I would recommend is to have constant communication with them because I fear that without constant communication, things will go downhill because you never know what's going on and they don't know what's going on with you guys as well, right? So having constant communication is very good and like being able to like be with them like in person as well. Being in person is like together is very important because you guys need to like create that mutual bond, like not over a screen, but more over talking in real life and creating in real life connections. I can't think of anything else right now. I think I'll have to come back to you with that on a message on Instagram.
Okay.
But thank you so much for asking. Does that answer part of your question or your question?
Totally.
Yes, thanks so much.
And also, in terms of in order to help a new FTC team, you should teach them like basic concepts, like what a drivetrain is, what kind of designs that are viable this season, and also like basic terminology, like what a motor is, what what an encoder is, and how to do some basic programming. Like if they're not used to coding, they can start with in the how in the Rev hardware client there's like a block coding section that you can use.
Yes.
If they're unfamiliar with programming, I would that's where I would start.
Mm.
So just some advice on in terms of engineering.
Thank you.
All right. So, kind of the whole reason we're here is because of the Worldwide Connection Project, also known as the WCP. So the WCP is actually an initiative Robeartics created in order to connect FTC teams together globally. The reason this is more different in comparison to other types of projects or in comparison to being in the unofficial FTC server is because this is actually a more tight-knit community where you can talk to everyone on a very casual level. You don't have to feel like you're talking to them in like a formal sales pitch way, but you can talk to them like you're like close friends with them. So like no matter what question you ask them, you will not be judged, and you can ask them like about literally anything in the world. Like it doesn't have to be even related to robotics. It can be just like small talk as well. So on the side, you can just see a photo of what our Discord server looks like. And I'll actually be sending you an invitation to that because, of course, we want you guys to be a part of this like little tight-knit community. So hopefully you guys will accept and join us in our little, I guess, community.
100%.
Yeah. So our goal of the WCP is to help each other with the robot, give advice on the robot designs and software, give advice on sponsorships, share outreach ideas and help with the execution of them, and work on projects together. So an example of the projects that have been worked on within the WCP is with Apollo Team 9662 from Europe. So one of the projects we worked on with them was contacting educational ministers around Europe. We were actually quite successful with this as we've gone in contact with the British Minister of Education and the Cyprus Educational Officer, and to inform them, of course, of FIRST and the impact of it. So yeah, that is kind of concluding most of my outreach and I guess media part. Feel free to ask any questions after, but do you guys have any questions right now before I throw it over to David to talk about the engineering?
Yes. So you mentioned you have 6 teams within your school. How close would you say that all 6 of the teams are together? Like, how close are y'all?
Like as in like relationships or as in like physical like distance?
Relationships.
Oh, relationships. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. I would say that many of us are actually quite like uh tight, I guess, with each other. Like we have pretty good relationships with each other, since many of us are actually friends. We all Some of us came from the same friend groups, but we're in different teams, or we become friends with each other just like by being in robotics together. Since we spend so much time together in like such a close space, it kind of forces you to become friends with them. Yeah.
Yes. That's great.
Yeah. So I think being good friends with like your sister teams allows you guys to like mutually help each other. So an example of that is like if they like have a cat that you might need, they're probably more likely to give it to you without like question comparison to like if you were asking a random person. Yeah, but how are you guys?
Yeah.
Are you guys tight knit with your FTC teams?
I'd say we're pretty close. It's we're very free in order to ask each other things. We're able to walk up to any of them and ask them or have small talk. So we're all pretty close friends as well. So I'd say we're pretty close.
Oh, that's so cute. That's amazing. Okay, amazing. So I'm just gonna now throw it over to Javen to speak a little bit more on the engineering part of our team.
All right, now this is a photo of the cat of our bot. The main thing I want to emphasize here is that our bot is nearly completely custom. It has over 60 3D printed parts and 13 CNC pieces. So the main features, as you can see on the left, we have a 360 degree turret. So no matter the heading of our bot, we can always shoot into the goal, no matter if there was a team that decided to throw off our heading. It's basically aimbot. It's
Very cool.
pretty much aimbot. And then we have a limelight. Always got to have a limelight to actually see the APO tag. Limelight just makes it generally more lighter. It makes it easier for the programmer to do APO tag detection. It's usually less fuss. It's more streamlined, but it is expensive. I will say it will set you back.
Around $300, $400.
That's Canadian dollars. In
Oh.
the US, is probably 250 around, I think 250 or maybe $200.
We actually got one of those limelights ordered. That was one of the things we spent
Mhm.
on our school budget.
That's so cool.
Oh, you guys also have a limelight?
Yep.
Yay!
Hurrah.
Limelight users
Yes.
unite!
Unite.
All right.
Limelight users unite! Um, I'll show you this in a second, but we have a really unique shooter transfer that brings the artifact from our sorter. So yes, we do have a sorter, and because it's operated by motor, it can sort artifacts insanely quickly. And lastly, we do have a servo hub. You guys know what a servo hub is? I think you guys might know.
I think so, but if you could explain.
Servo hub, what it does is by default, if you plug in a servo in directly into the control hub, this control hub will provide up to 4 volts. But if you put it into the servo hub, it will give you 6 volts. It will give you 6 volts. Those 2 extra volts can drastically speed up a servo, can also give it a lot more torque. It's like you think of it as a servo turbocharger. It makes it better and more powerful.
I actually did not know that existed.
It takes battery power directly from the battery. So there is some extra wiring, but for the extra performance boost, in some cases, yes, it is very useful.
Awesome.
Oh, I should show you the CAD now.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Sorry. I'm
Cat
going to go
time.
off of frame for a little bit, but he will go further into the cat. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to let me know.
Okay.
David is very locked into this cat, so I will not interrupt his like flow state or whatsoever.
I corrected the assembly.
We will be me now. I am now.
If I recall, it should be fine. The assembly should be there. I'm gonna start off with the intake. Okay, wait for it to load. It's still loading.
Oh, no. The chain is off again.
Yes, that always happens. I don't even know how to mount chains. I need to learn how to mate chains. I don't even know how to mate chains. Anyways, so this is our intake. It's pretty basic. One interesting thing I can say about it though is the way that we had to do so many
Iteration.
yeah, and also the amount of transfer um energy transfer systems we have. So we have belt, it comes out of the motor here, goes onto a bevel gear, and then the bevel gear goes to this chain, and it goes to this top shaft, and then finally it goes from this belt down to this belt, driving the entire intake. It looks a bit convoluted, but yes, it does work. I would like to improve this to make it faster in the future, but for first qualifier, I will say this will suffice. And on the bottom here, we have a color sensor because if you have a spin nexter, you obviously need to know the color of each artifact that comes in. And one thing that is omitted from this CAD is there's a neoprene sheet. Do you guys know what neoprene is?
No.
Neoprene you can order in sheets. You can order in these big sheets on off of Amazon, and what it is, it's the same stuff that they use that GoBuilder uses to coat their Rhino wheels. So it's insanely grippy. It is so grippy. It if you use it on a flywheel, it will damage the artifacts. It is so grippy. So that's why we use it on the bottom of our intake to give it that extra grip. So our intake works a lot more consistently.
Interesting.
And also here is rubber bands. So we have rubber bands stretching across here. So it'll bring up the artifacts, and this tubing right behind it, you can see the cutout for the spin nexter. This tubing will give it an extra kick. So it's again more reliable. So we won't have instances where the artifact gets stuck around here. And you will notice that these two blocks are a slightly different color, a slightly different color. These two blocks serve a pretty important purpose, as it's to protect the intake from getting smashed up against something. So before we had these blocks, it would did this, yeah, this blue piece, dark blue piece extended where this light blue block is. But when we tested it, we found out that it was really easy to break because it was all PLA, and PLA isn't really that strong. So we placed it with TPU, which is infinitely more times more shock resistant. If I would say, based on experience, if you have somewhere on your bot that you want to put bumpers, if you don't have like whatever they use for FRC, you should just use TPU, because TPU is also incredibly shock resistant. It will last an entire season if you use it as bumpers. They are so shock resistant. Moving on. We should talk about the sorter. Wait for the CAD.
You're so passionate about the cat.
It's almost like I spent too many hours on this or something.
Damn.
Yeah, this is the one main drawback of Onshape, by the way. If you're just a 4-person team, I would suggest that you look into something called Fusion 360. Usually it's given out for free to educators and students. So that's another advantage of it. So it's free. And also because it's run locally, instead of Onshape that's in a browser, it's usually a lot faster. And one of the alumni who actually uses Fusion like very frequently, not only for last year when he was catting his bot, he also uses it for college now. He uses Fusion 360, and when I watch him use it, it's so buttery smooth, not like this slideshow you're watching here. Look at this frame rate. It is also it's very smooth, And also when you're sketching and doing stuff, there's a lot more tools. Like you could do there's Voronoi generators, so you can do automatic pocketing. This is all manual, by the way, so I have to manually do all of this. But in Fusion, you have an automatic function to do that, and it's generally just a better experience. But I would not recommend it for larger teams. But since you guys are quite small, I think Fusion is a pretty good idea for you guys. Okay, moving on to Spindexter. This Spindexter holds 3 artifacts and lets us sort our artifacts. So during operation, 2 of these slots are reserved for the purple artifacts, and one of them is reserved for the green. So we do it this way, so we always have an option to, and we always have a right sequence all the time to match the motif. So that takes off one of our goals, which was to sort. And then when I got to talk about how this is mounted. So the Spinexer is powered by this motor. It goes down through the polycarbonate sheet into this belt, gets driven all the way down here, and then it's connected to the Spindexer. But what's this? Yes, that's an encoder. That is a rev throughbore encoder directly mounted here. But you might be wondering, why don't we just use this motor encoder up here? Aha. This during operation, if we were playing multiple matches, nearly every match at one point, this will slip. And every time it slips, if we were using the motor encoder, we would lose our encoder position, and our spin mixer would no longer function. So we had to put the encoder directly on the spin mixer. So if this belt were to slip, we wouldn't lose our 0 and it would remain inaccurate. Okay, on to the shooter transfer. This mechanism's primary goal is to bring the artifact up from the spin mixer into the turret and then onto the shooter. So just imagine the artifact up here. I think in the CAD there might be, no, there's not. Imagine there's an artifact here. First step, you have to engage it. So how it's engaged is you turn this servo here. This servo turns this stick, which turns this stick, called a linkage, and then moves it forwards just enough so that this belt
15 minutes left.
so so that this belt turns.
The meeting will end in 15 minutes after.
Well, this belt will turn and make contact with the artifact, pushing it up, but it doesn't push it up far enough, so the linkage extends more and gives it a kick, like a soccer player. And then it goes off into the turret and out into the goal.
So I have a question about that belt.
Yeah.
Do you guys have to order or make custom belts?
Oh, there's this one awesome thing you can do. You can make TPU belts.
You can?
You can. All of our sister teams do it all of the time. It's awesome for prototyping.
Interesting.
There is some you do have to learn how to CAD belts to find out your correct belt teeth number, and also generally TPU belts are inferior to actual belts, but if you're not using them for drivetrain and flywheel, because if you use it for flywheel, they will snap within like 1 week. They're fine. Like for cases like these, TPU belts are actually fine. They're fine. They work fine. Okay, moving on to turret. Any questions?
No, not yet. Everything looks really cool though. Very cool.
Okay, this is our shooter / turret. I'm running out of time, but I will just try to do my best. So our turret is a bearing stack. In the CAD, the bearings are actually just took the dimensions off and I just made them like these basic cylinder things, but they work just fine for CADing purposes. It's a bearing stack, and it can spin. Yes. Do you guys know what a bearing stack looks like? Like
Yes.
like internally? Like there's a axial bearing, radial, and an axial. We do it like that.
Awesome.
Okay. I will assume that you understood that. We use chain drive instead of like gears because with chain you can easily modify the the links the links in the chain so that if this was too tight we would just put on another link. If this was too loose, we would take away another link. It's better for prototyping. And up here to the shooter, you can see we don't use any commercially sold Rhino wheels. We just use these basic cylinder things. They kind of look like cylinders, but they're the same dimension as Go Build Rhino wheels, but they work just as well. And again, this is another use of our neoprene. So you can actually put these on flywheels, and they will work just as fine. But yes, you do have to super glue the neoprene on. And this is just a 6,000 RPM motor that's just belted down here. Should change this to a GT2 belt, but oh well. Oh yeah, and this is how our limelight bridge is attached. And the limelight bridge also doubles as structural support, as you can see here. This goes to the intake. Okay, LED light. LED light is useful for our driver. It tells it. We use it to give an indicator when the shooter is ready and back up to 5K RPM. And also we use it to tell the driver what artifact the robot just intaked. Okay. I will quickly go down drivetrain and we can do our final remarks and take a photo. So our drivetrain is, as you can see here, a fully custom made parallel plate. This was my first time. This was actually the team's first time ever doing a parallel plate. So this has been quite the experience hearing that CNC machine running. So it's so loud.
Yes.
But it's pretty simple. It's got just 4 motors, and they're all belted. It's pretty similar to how last year's bot was, it was just 4 belts. And then battery savers on. We use Go Build odometry, 4-bar odometry and pinpoint computer. The pinpoint computer is. Do you guys know about this? I think you guys do.
Yes.
Yeah, we have one.
This is so good. This thing is so good. It is so good. It has a built-in gyroscope that is infinitely times more accurate than the one built in on the control hub, and I think that is it about our drivetrain.
Do you want to look at their bot? Do you want to show us your bot? I know we're running out of time, but like we're really curious.
Yeah. I think once we start to run out of time, feel free to okay, well, you can't see me right now, but like feel free to send us another meeting link if you guys are like up for it. Because like I feel like talking at you for an hour may have like low key like made you guys like a little bit tired.
We're okay. We're okay.
Oh wait, like as in you're like you don't want to show us your robot, or as in like you want to continue the meeting?
No, we can show you a picture of our robot, but we don't have any CAD pull up right now.
Okay, no worries. How much time do we have left on this meeting?
9 minutes.
Okay.
From 10 till 9:30.
Okay. Feel free to show us your robot right now. Actually. Sorry,
Okay.
I love how detailed your robot is and how y'all put so much time and design into each little aspect. It's really interesting, and I like it a lot.
Yay. Thanks so much. Do you guys have the photo of the robot perchance?
Yes, I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks so much for like sitting and like listening to us talk at you. Hopefully, you guys got to learn a bit from us because I feel like we actually got to learn a lot from you guys. Like honestly, like seeing that like I love your profile picture.
Ooh.
Wow, so
So-
cool.
This is our robot. We do not have any custom parts made because our CNC machine at our school actually is not working at the best at the moment. But most of our stuff is made out of GoBuilda. We have GoBuilda gecko wheels for the intake and outtake, and we're currently changing to TPU printed stars for our intake. And you can't see it in this video, but there it is. As the robot goes up, or the balls go up in our robot, there is a belt running along this channel, and that belt actually takes the ball all the way up to our outtake. So we don't have any sorting, but we're pretty quick with launching.
One quick question: how big is your bot in inches?
So the width of our robot is about 17 inches exactly. The height is 18 exactly.
Whoa.
When they
we are
run the little mold over our robot, they're surprised by how close it is. But
I think that might be us too. In CAD, I measured the robot. It is 17.949 inches.
yes, that is what we are working with at the moment.
I pray that the measuring gods will.
Sorry. Oh, no.
Well, it's
Is it the meeting end?
no.
Oh, no. I thought your
Oh wait,
computer
never
died.
mind. My computer was just going to sleep. Okay, continue. One thing have you played a match this season yet?
Yes.
Like, I'm just wondering because those mechanisms are exposed, and there's going to be a lot of defense this season. So I was wondering if you guys had any plans for like protecting your mechanisms.
Probably for me too. We're gonna put a protective like the FRC bumpers around our robot.
Yeah, those bumpers.
Yeah, I've seen that those are starting to get a little bit popular. Like another team we've met with, they've actually taken
Yes.
inspiration from the FRC bumpers.
In that first meet, our experience with teams trying to play defense, we found our robot is so heavy at the moment because of all the GoBuilda parts that most teams could not push us around.
I kind of really just bounced off.
Really?
We intentionally built a tank.
Wow, low-key. But
Yeah.
like, how heavy is your bot?
Our bot, I believe, is about 25 pounds.
Kind of close to
Whoa.
ours. It's even heavier
Our-
than ours. No,
Wait,
27?
ours is 27 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did we say
We are going to the ultimate defense deflectors, bro. Defense
Yes.
deflectors.
Bots bounce off. And if y'all are 27
Yeah,
pounds,
Even during some practice matches with our sister teams, we noticed that we were kind of just hard to push around in general. And every time we touched Devilotic spot, they would just move out of the way instantly. Their bot is really light.
yeah.
Devilotics is another team at our school.
Yeah.
By the way.
It's one of our sister teams. Or one of our 6 sister teams.
Six?
6.
Six, seven? Oh.
Okay.
Did
What?
I just hear a 6'7"?
No! Wait. David, what the heck?
What did I do? Okay. Do we want to quickly?
Gosh. We have 4 minutes.
We do have 4 minutes. We gotta quickly.
Let us do some.
Go over future. We would like to have like a mechanism to eject unwanted artifacts. We also like to have an adjustable hood and also a lift, but a lift is quite far-fetched because it's quite hard to engineer an actual lift given the spacing constraints in our bot. But it is a goal that maybe should be accomplished. And we are running out of time, so
we will end. But hopefully you guys got to read over or see the photos of our last slide. So I'm just gonna go over some final remarks. I want to thank you guys so much for like going on call with us at this mysterious hour in the day. We don't know what time it is for you guys, but it is currently 9, almost like 10 for us. 10 p.m. So it's a little mysterious hour of the day. We're currently stuck in someone's basement. His basement. SOS. Thank you so much for talking with us, and we hope that you guys learned a lot from us as we learned from you guys. And we definitely want to talk to you guys again in the future. But you guys are like such interesting like people. I mean, like not interesting in a bad way, but like interesting in a good way. You guys are like so fun to talk to, and like honestly, like making conversation with you guys, like it was extremely easy and extremely fun. So yeah.
Thank you. I have one last question before we take this picture.
Yeah, of course.
With us being from such a small town and small community, how did you guys hear about us to want to do this with us?
So actually one of our outreach members, our juniors, they sent out a bunch of like they did a bunch of like research about like different teams around the world, I guess. And the whole purpose of the WCP is to interact with teams no matter what kind of like not rank, but like whatever position they may be in. So it doesn't matter if like they're a humongous team or like with a lot of funding, or like a really small team with no funding, or a really small team with a bunch of funding. You know, you get my point, right? Like they just kind of want to meet people from all around the world, and in order to like connect with everybody and have fun with them. So like we saw your Instagram page and we're like, wow, these people look really cool and really fun. And we actually saw your guys' bio, and it was like, feel free to contact us. We love talking to people. We're like, we love talking to people as well. Ooh, interlinked. So yeah. We are almost done in like 2 minutes. So should we take a photo, and then I'll send you guys a message on Instagram regarding our server where you can talk to us more casually, but also just in order to like make future plans, hopefully. Yes?
Yes, awesome.
Okay. Is it possible if we could take a screenshot? Dave, come. Wait, can you take a screenshot?
Okay,
Wait, I'm walking in. Sorry, guys.
we're walking in. Okay.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for calling with us. The meeting's literally about to end in a minute. So thank you guys so much once again. I will speak to you guys all on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literally amazing people. Goodbye.
you.
Have a nice night, day, morning, afternoon, midnight, question mark. Bye. Who's the call? Oh.